This your girl, Michelle Diva. I am in my new office. Yay! Let's get some claps. Yay! Yay! Yay, Jesus. Let me give you my yay. Oh, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Listen, listen. I'm bringing you a review. I'm bringing you quite a few reviews today. It is Sunday. I know Real Housewives of Rhode Island comes on tonight, but I'm bringing you this review right now. I came back from Cleveland. I have a cold now, so I'm really, tired and, whatever. But we gonna get these reviews out. Okay. All right. If you are new here, welcome, y'all. Welcome. We do reviews here, okay? This is the Diva Nation, Jesus, okay? And if you're returning, come on, y'all. Welcome back. Y'all know. We family. I love y'all, okay? So, give me a thumbs up, like and share, and subscribe to my channel, and I will begin. Now, like I said, this is the Real Housewives of Rhode Island, Season 1, Episode 3. Saturday Night Fever Dream, I guess. Dream? Okay. Yeah. So, So, like I said, I have a lot of reviews. I have 2 episodes, reviews, everything, because I am behind, because I moved. My grandmother passed away. Now I'm sick. So, I have a lot of stuff going on, but I have my office finally. Okay. Finally. Let me give you some yay. Okay. Finally, I have my office, okay? And it's still a work in progress, but I'm tired of doing reviews on my bed, okay? Okay. Anyway, you don't need to hear none of this, okay? So, this is the 3rd episode. I don't really like none of these, what they call them, the taglines. I don't really care for, too much, like Real Housewives of Atlanta. I ain't care too much about their taglines, but Kelsey, the Kept Woman, is my first one, and then Weather Girl Rosie was my second one, and Alicia was my third one. The daughter of Liz, because they look just like Liz. Liz looked like Alicia mama. Yeah. So, and I don't even remember what their taglines were, because I just didn't get into it. Okay, so y'all gotta bear with me. We're gonna get this together. We are going to get this together, and I'm going to get my reviews together. Anyway, so Ashley and Jared visit Rosie and Rich. Okay, so Rosie and Rich, okay, they are newlyweds. They have been married for about a year. They bought this man. They bought. Well, I don't know if it was his house or her house, or they both, but they bought a 1-bedroom, 1-bath home. I was like, do they? But the house got 3. It has 3-car garage though. But it's 1-bedroom, 1-bath, but you got a 3-car garage. I didn't understand what the hell that was. But Rich is a contractor, so he gon' because they got a bunch of land around it. He gonna excavate, and he gonna put some more uh bedrooms and baths and all that other stuff. So he gonna expand the house. But I was just like, you buy 1-bedroom, 1-bath with a 3-car garage? That don't make no sense at all. But hey, if you like it, I love it. But so he said he gonna add 5,000 square feet. That's what it said. That's what I wrote. That's why I wrote 5,000 square feet. I don't know. We'll figure this out. Anyway, so Ashley is talking to Rosie in the house. Ashley said, said that Kelsey did admit that she was polyamory. Because apparently she got a boyfriend that she lives off of, because Kelsey is a kept woman. Okay, so her boyfriend is in Miami for about, I don't know, 9 months out the year or whatever, and she's living in his house with the maid Christina. Okay, then now she got a boyfriend that come and service her needs. Okay, but she's still a kept woman. So and then Rosie also feels sorry for Joellen because of Rula, because Joellen posted a picture of Rula's husband and his mistress, and then Rula's husband Brian contacted her job, okay, and to say that she is not a good fit for that job or whatever. So he contacted her job. Meanwhile, Liz and Jerry are bike riding. Liz talking about the question that Alicia said last episode, where she was like, "Are the rumors true?" And so Liz was like, "What rumors?" And she said, "About you and Dino." Okay. And Liz was like, "No, there's nothing going on with me and Dino." But Liz also admitted that Dino and her have an unconventional friendship. And I need to know why it's unconventional. What the hell did they do to make it unconventional? That's my question. That's my question to Liz. What do they do to make it unconventional? Do they kiss? That's why it's unconventional. Do they do other things? That's why it's unconventional. But she said they ain't never had sex. Okay, but you can do other things and not have sex. Because I don't know why your friendship is unconventional otherwise. So she need to define what the hell is unconventional. Because she said it was unconventional. She said that was her words, not mine. I don't know why is unconventional. Liz, why is unconventional? So, but she said that Jerry asked Dino to keep a watch out on her because he was gone 3 weeks out the year. I mean, out the month, and he only home for 1 week, and then he goes sport fishing for 3 weeks every month. And he said he told his friend to keep a watch out on his wife. Yeah, okay. He said his friend keep a watch out on his wife. And what you mean by keep a watch out? Just come and visit, bring him some groceries and shit. What you mean by unconventional? I mean, what you mean by keep a watch out? I'm just asking for a friend. Shit. Anyway, so I just want to know what the unconventional was. But anyway, Jerry is having a Studio 54 party because he's turning 54, just like Rachel turned 54 on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and she had a Studio 54 party. I'm mad because I turned 55. And when I turned 54, I should have had a Studio 54 party too. I ain't think nothing about Studio 54 at that time. But I should have had a Studio 54. But no, I couldn't do it. Because last year when I turned 54, I had my grandbaby. My sister died in February on Valentine's Day. Then she died a week before my niece's baby shower. So, so my her mama died a week before her baby shower. So my grandbaby, because I'm an auntie granny, I'm an auntie granny because I raised my niece. So I'm an auntie granny. So my grandbaby was born in March, and my birthday was in March, so I couldn't do it because February and March was kind of busy for me, so I couldn't do it. Then my son graduated high school um, that year too, so it was nothing to be said about Studio 54 because I had all that stuff going on. But I didn't think about the Studio 54. That would have been nice. Okay, moving on. Joellen and Gary are talking about Ruler and how they going to talk to Ruler and Brian at the Studio 54 party. Okay, they gonna fuck up the Studio 54 party because they gonna talk about how he done message her what's the name, her job. Yeah, he gonna say he gonna message her job. Anyway, um so okay, so Brian wrote an email to her marketing team and also reached out to a coworker. Okay, and told them about her. So basically Brian is a bitch, basically, because he having an affair. I don't know what he acting up for. He having an affair. Hell. Anyway, kept woman Kelsey boyfriend is Brian. Okay, and Kelsey's mama want Brian, not Brian, Bill. Did I say Brian? Okay, the boy's name is Bill. Okay, Ruler's husband is named Brian. Kelsey's kept woman Kelsey boyfriend is Bill. That's the one that don't have no money, but that's not the one that own the house. That's the one that don't have no money, but that's her boyfriend, and he the parents want Bill to marry her because they want some beans in the oven. Okay. Okay, they want some beans in the oven, or basically they want her to be pregnant. So but Kelsey don't want to marry him because you know she wants to be a kept woman. She don't want to work, and she wants to live the life of luxury. Okay, if she have a baby, she want nannies. She want a big house. She want all of that, and she don't want to work. And Bill can't do that. He keep dropping her ass. Listen. She want to be kept, but he keep dropping her ass. In the words of Khadijah James in Living Single, when she said, Regine, they keep dropping your ass. That's what Kelsey and Bill. He keep dropping your ass. So you need to find somebody who fits your money, and Bill ain't it. You need to find somebody else who's rich and can keep you, plus get you some nannies and shit like that. Yeah, you can't. That's it. You need to find somebody rich. It's probably not gonna be as rich as the guy who was the guy who you living in a house for. They probably can't be that rich, but you just gotta find somebody rich, okay? Because you want to be kept. I'm not mad at it. I want to be kept too. Shit. I'm not mad at it. And I ain't even got why my kids grown. We ain't even gotta get no nanny. Can I just get kept? Can I just not have to work? Okay? I don't think that's wrong. I don't think that's wrong. Okay? I don't think that's wrong. Okay? I can I be kept too? Anyway, so Liz visits Alicia, and Alicia has a room full of dolls. Okay, a room full of dolls, and she said that they were all they were all there, but she just showed her living room like a couple episodes ago, and they weren't there. And now she brought all these goddamn dolls out, and so Liz was like, Alicia, what's going on? Anyway, so Alicia was talking about why she's not married to, I don't forget what her husband's name is. Well, it ain't her, I guess, fiance, whatever. Yeah, because they've been together for 9 years since the daughter been born. But she said that when he did propose or whatever, and he wanted her to sign a prenup, and where he wasn't leaving her anything, so she didn't sign the prenup. I'm not mad at her. How you gonna not leave me anything? I was like, he weird anyway. I don't even know why you dealing with him. He weird. But, I guess, she don't have to work either. I don't think she had to work either. So, she a kept woman. So, hey, I'm not mad at it either, okay? I ain't going to get married to him if he ain't going to leave me nothing. And I'll just shack up with him just like she did. I'm not mad at him. But he weird, though. He weird. Anyway, Rula having a Lebanese lunch, brunch, or whatever with her friends. Her friends want, saying that homeboy Bill Brian made a mistake, and you need to stay with him, giving her all kinds of fucked up advice and shit like that, whatever. You need to stay with him. He only made that one mistake and whatever. But Joella said at the end of this episode that he's still cheating. But Ruler think he ain't cheating no more. He thinks that was a one and done. But Joella said that he cheating again. He's still cheating. I don't know. That ain't my business. But your friend, your Lebanese friend, saying that you need to stay with him because divorce is not accepted in the Lebanese community. But you got divorced before, so we don't know. It's on you, baby girl. It's on you. Ashley and Jared meet up across the street from their coffee shop. And Jared is unhappy with the money he making from the coffee shop. So maybe you should close the coffee shop. Because I don't think it's going to get any better. Maybe word of mouth, and maybe because it's on TV, maybe it'll get better. If not, then you might need to close it. Shit. Anyway, Kelsey and corny ass Rich celebrated their 1 year anniversary. Rosie don't want to have kids because her mama traumatized her. Her mama traumatized her growing up. So yeah, so that's the reason why she don't want to have no kids, is because her mama traumatized her when she was growing up, and so she don't want to be like her mama. But Rich does want to have kids, so they gonna have to figure that out. Rosie and Alicia getting dressed for Studio 54. Alicia's dumbfounded that she has never watched Scarface, but Rosie was probably born in the 90s, okay? Scarface was out in the 80s, and nobody showed her Scarface. How's she gonna watch Scarface if nobody showed her Scarface? How she just gonna, say, hey, I want to watch Scarface, just like Godfather. If nobody has showed her Godfather, how she gonna be like, hey, I think I want to watch Godfather? See, that's the problem, y'all. That's the problem. Y'all always talking about you ain't watched this and you ain't watched that. I made sure that my son watched the classic movies that I loved. Okay, that way I when I reference something, he already know. Okay, we don't watch. He don't watch Roots, the first one and the second one. Okay, he don't watch most of Eddie Murphy movies because I love Eddie Murphy. So he don't watch Beverly Hills Trading Places. What's that other one? Another 48 Hours, another 48 Hours, Beverly Hills Cop 2. He don't watch all of them. He don't watch The Five Heartbeats. He don't watch. What else did he watch? He watched some other mother shit. Okay, so he don't watch Stir Crazy. He don't watch some stuff. Okay, but I made him watch that because those are classics. He don't watch The Color Purple. He don't watch. Those are classic movies that he needs to watch. For me. Coming to America, all of it, okay? So if nobody showed her Scarface, how she gonna watch Scarface? Come on, Alicia, you should sit down and watch Scarface with her. If you all that. Anyway, so Skylar's Liz's stepdaughter, she had a cute little pink sequins outfit on. So Dino arrives with a date, okay? And she was beautiful too. He arrives with a date. Kelsey's other man arrives alone, but apparently he's friends with Jerry, so he was invited. So Kelsey, they weren't together, but he did come, to the party. Rula and Brian arrives. And Alicia in the confessional said, hey, Brian got on 2 costumes. The Studio 54 costume and the Faithful Husband costume. I said, you was wrong for that. You wrong. You wrong for that, Alicia. You wrong for that. But Alicia said that, he rubbing on more than toes. So shit. Alicia, you striking venom over there in them confessionals. Oh no, she said that at the table. She was like, he touching more than toes. Anyway, so soon as Brula and Brian arrived, Joellen and Gary pull him aside, and so they sit down. And so Gary was like, hey, what is this about you calling Joellen work, and stuff like that. Brian trying to put the blame on his friend, his unknown friend, who called Joellen's company and sent the email. Okay, that's what he said. He said that wasn't me. That was my friend that told on Joellen. Okay, and so then Brian was like, "It was not my intent to get her fired." Well, what the fuck was your intent, dude? What was the fuck is your intent? Not to get her fired. So you just want her to get rolled up? Okay. And you just want her to get rolled up. That's your consequence. You shouldn't have called anyway because it was on the internet. It was on the internet. So everybody saw it. So I don't even know what the problem was. So Gary pissed off. Gary was like, no, what you should have done, you should have called me and I would have talked to my wife, okay? You should have called me, okay? You shouldn't have called her job. You shouldn't have called anybody. You shouldn't have wrote no email. You should have called me and I would have put my wife in check, okay? That's what you should have did. Joellen was like, he's still having an affair. I told you, Joellen said he's still having an affair. And Rilla was like, no, he's not. And she was like, on my kids. I said, oh, I said, hell no. On my kids. On my kids. He's still having an affair, Jack. Okay? He's still having an affair on my kids. Okay? So, Ruler looking confused and crazy and sad, like, I know what I'm girl. You need to talk to that nigga, okay? You need to talk to that because he's still having an affair. And because Joellen said, on my kids, he's still having an affair, okay? So, Liz breaks him up because she was like, "This my husband party. Listen, we don't have time for all that shit." So she done broke up all of that. So then it was a real quiet ride home because after they had that confrontation, Ruler and Brian went home. They was like, we done. But it was a quiet ride. Ruler was like, why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say that you wasn't having an affair? This is what she wanted to say, but she ain't say that. But why didn't you say something when she said that you was having an affair? And you ain't say nothing. You ain't deny it. Okay? He was like, well, what you want me to say? He said, next thing she said that I was at a Diddy freak off. No Diddy, okay? Yeah, I would. Next thing she'll say, I'm at a Diddy freak off. Well, you may be, but you still have an affair, bro. You still, cause Joella said, "On my kids, you having an affair." It was a real quiet ride home. Okay, anyway, so Liz go talk to Kelsey, talking about, I want to go to the seawall, whatever the fuck a seawall is, with Dino and Jerry. Kelsey was like, listen, ain't that going to stimulate these rumors? And then Liz lose her mind talking about, you don't know about no rumors. I told you it wasn't true. And she go upstairs, she mad and shit. She like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. She knew and I said, was it all that? It was all that. And then she gonna say, Kelsey need to know, say something about the rumors, whatever, something about the rumors, okay? I don't know. I don't care. Okay, apparently Kelsey dated Dino too. So Dino get around, okay? I don't care, okay? But that's what she did. Now, she acted a damn fool. I don't understand, Liz. But she did admit on Watch What Happens Live that Kelsey and Dino dated or whatever. Okay, so Dino get around. Okay, what we want to know is what your unconventional friendship is. That's what I want to know. What's your unconventional friendship? Okay, tell me. All right, but that was the end of the episode. She had a little tantrum. Liz had a little tantrum and went upstairs because she wanted to go to the seawall with Dino and Jerry. Would Dino girlfriend gonna come too? So it'd be y'all couples. Okay, because you ain't mentioned the girlfriend, the girl who came in with him. You ain't seen nothing about her. Is it gonna be all y'all, or was it just gonna be that threesome? I know. I just want to know. I'm asking for a friend. Anyway, that was the end of the episode. Okay, so give me a thumbs up, like and share and comment and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you. Where's my thumb at? And I'll see you in the next video. Peace, y'all.